Today, we're going to be ranking every single era on YouTube. For the tier list rankings, we have goated, elite, solid, mid, and then should be forgotten. And we're going to be starting off here with the daily vlog era. For this, I've got a picture of Casey Neistat, but there was many people doing this. There was Casey Neistat, he was one of the early pioneers. We also had Roman Atwood after he got done with his pranks. He was an early pioneer. And then we obviously had the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls who took it to a new level. Now, as an era on YouTube, I'll be honest, I watched Casey Neistat. I used to watch his videos every day. He made really good videos. The cinematography, the shots he used to choose, he just knows how to make good videos. But I also used to watch Jake Paul. As embarrassing as that sounds, I used to watch Jake Paul every single day. I used to come home from school and watch the new Jake Paul video. And honestly, I kind of want to put like elite or solid. I want to put this in elite or solid simply because at the time it had never been done. And also it felt like you were part of their lives, right? It was every single day you got home and there was a new video to watch. And you were almost so intertwined in their lives. You knew like everything that was going on. Especially during that Jake Paul, Logan Paul era, they were going crazy. You had Casey Neistat, Roman Atwood. For now, we'll put it in elite because I think YouTube as a platform wouldn't be what it is today. As much hate as Jake and Logan get, they did know how to make good, entertaining content. Although it was based towards kids, they deserve their props. Next, we're going to be moving on to the gaming era. This took place, I'd say early 2013, 14, 15. We had games like GTA 5, Minecraft obviously was huge, Call of Duty. These games were like the early ones on YouTube that were really popping off. PewDiePie as well, that's when he started blowing up. Honestly, I want to put it... I don't want to put another elite, but I think it might have to go. It honestly might have to go elite. I was not big in Minecraft, or I didn't even watch PewDiePie or scary games at the time, but I was big into Call of Duty and GTA. And that shit was my life back then, man. You also had people like Vanos at that time as well. Those guys were blowing up. The Sidemen, obviously. I think that I don't want to put everything in elite, but I think this also has to go elite. This, like, again, the gaming era of YouTube, FaZe Clan as well, that's when they really started popping off, and look what happened with them. I think it has to go elite. There's no other option. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys grew up watching gaming content, playing games. We all play shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you had the Fortnite era, Warzone. I think it's got to go elite, man. Some of the most entertaining content, some of the best, most fun memories I have is playing video games. So that's going to have to go elite. Next, we have the live stream era. Kai Cenat, he's not a YouTuber. He did kind of start on YouTube. A lot of live streamers are kind of migrating, I guess you can say, to YouTube. YouTube's the place where they post all their clips, all their uncut streams, and YouTube's becoming a hub for these live streamers to just put all their content out there, and it gets millions of views. YouTube is being flooded with live streamers posting their content. I don't want to put elite because honestly, I don't really watch a live stream. I don't watch any streamers. I really don't watch any streamers. I'll see clips here and there, like shorts, maybe a 10-minute clip here and there, and it is good that they can just post it on YouTube for anyone to watch anytime. Honestly, I want to say mid. I think the live streaming shit is overrated. I think watching live streams is overrated. I'm not going to watch a 4-hour live stream. I don't care if you upload it to YouTube. I'm not watching a 4-hour live stream. And most of these guys, honestly, I don't think they're that entertaining. I don't think the Kai Cenats, the iShowSpeeds, I don't know who else. You have like Neon. I guess FaZe Clan are popping off, Jinxie, all those guys. I don't think it's that entertaining. I don't get the appeal of live streaming. I'm not going to sit there watch 4 hours of stream. I'm not even going to, even the 10-15 minute clips, I'm not going to watch them. I don't understand how it's so big, but it is. So I'm going to put it in mid. I think it's mid. It has to go. Live stream's got to go. Live streaming is so overrated. I know people are going to hate me. Live streaming is overrated. Yeah, it's mid. There's definitely been better eras on YouTube. Live streaming is not it. Next up, we got the one and only Killer Keemstar. We have the drama era. Now, this was mainly Killer Keemstar. We have also Philip DeFranco. They kind of pioneered or popularized making like drama videos, hosting almost like a weekly news show where they obviously go cover all the stories. I'm putting it above the live stream era. I want to say solid because again, I was like 15, 16. Again, this is my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, but this is my opinion. This is what I grew up watching. But I think Keemstar and that, drama era and the Philip DeFranco, I think it's solid. I think it was solid. It's not going elite, but bro, the feeling of coming home from school and seeing a Keemstar drama alert episode, you know what I'm saying? Getting fucking caught up in the scoop. He's going to keep you in the loop. Bro, that Keemstar intro, I'll never forget it. Obviously, people hate Keemstar, but I love him, man. I think the guy's hilarious. I think he's so funny. I think it's solid. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like a TV show almost. Like this internet drama, half the shit was stupid as fuck. Half of it was hilarious. And you had people like Keemstar and Philip DeFranco just adding fuel to the fire. I think it was a solid era. It was entertaining. When it was some saucy shit, Keemstar... Yo, Keemstar's got to make a return. I miss that guy, man. I miss Keemstar, bro. What happened to him? We're going to be moving on to the boxing era. KSI vs Joe Weller started the thing, and then KSI and Logan fought, and then now you have Jake and all these other people getting involved. I want to put this in elite simply because not only did they change YouTube, they changed the world of like sports and boxing as well. Obviously, we have Jake Paul, who then went on to become a boxer and fought Mike Tyson on Netflix. Like, can we think about this for a second? Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, all because KSI boxed Joe Weller. That is how it started, and then we ended up with Jake and Mike on Netflix. And now we had Canelo vs Crawford on Netflix as well. They've changed the sport of boxing and how sports is going to be watched. They also changed the YouTube landscape. I mean, I think it was very entertaining to watch these guys who weren't good at fighting fight. I think there's something primal about it. It was just entertaining, bro. I'll never forget like the build up, the drama, the diss tracks they made. All that shit was crazy. And you had Floyd Mayweather as well. Floyd Mayweather and Deji and Logan Paul. I mean, bro, if you said like 7, 8, 10 years ago that Jake would fight Mike and Floyd Mayweather would fight Deji of all people, like, bro, you'd be laughed at. You'd be laughed at. But it happened. I think simply for the fact that Deji and Floyd Mayweather fought. It's gotta go elite, bro. It's gotta go goated, I reckon. You know what? This might be my first goated. The hype around KSI and Logan too, I'll never forget it. I was so G'd up, wanting to watch them fight. I wanted KSI to win. I think it peaked with KSI and Logan, but Jake took it to a new level as well. Jake fought Nate Diaz. How many people has Jake knocked out and turned into memes? There's so many things that have sprung from it. I want to call it goated. I honestly want to call it goated. I think there's something about fighting which is primal, entertaining. I think this by far was the biggest in terms of numbers. And if you look at the overall impact it had, how it changed people's careers forever, and then Prime as well came from it. So this might go goated. Honestly, you might have to go goated. I think this was like peak YouTube. Next up, we have commentary era. Obviously, we got Leafy is here, but it wasn't just Leafy. We had Leafy. Can we count H3, Pyrocynical, all these guys? And now you have people like Pegasus, or I think Jamari's one. Even you have kind of creators like Sunny V2 or Patrick CC or the Internet Anarchist, who still kind of make these commentary / documentary style videos. I want to say solid. I was never a big Leafy fan, but I did like H3. H3 and iDubbbz back in the day, hilarious. I love their videos. Fucking the ones where they're going into the sewer and shit. Yeah, the Vape Nation ones, like legendary. Some legendary moments, but I just don't think it can go elite or goated. I think it's solid. Ultimately, when you're sitting watching someone like this just at a computer screen talk to the camera, it can only be so good. When you're compared to, you know, going and getting in the ring and fighting, or daily vlogging where people are doing shit out and about, even gaming when you're really good at a game, sitting and just talking, it can only do so well, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's solid. It was entertaining while it lasted, and you know, now it's kind of still continuing on. There's other people who've taken it in their own way. I don't think it deserves to be anywhere here. Next, we have the Mr. Beastification of YouTube, the Mr. Beast era. Obviously, he is the current king of YouTube. I want to put mid. Whoever the top guy on YouTube is, whether it was PewDiePie, whether it was Mr. Beast, people are going to try copy and replicate because he's the top guy. I don't want to say he ruined the platform because it's not his fault, but he kind of did in a sense. You know, everything became a copycat version of Mr. Beast. Everyone started making the same thumbnails. Everyone started making the same kind of, you know, video ideas. That fast-paced editing style, which I really don't like. The fucking subtitles popping up in your face, sound effects, shit like that. I don't like it. Now we're kind of seeing an opposite effect with people like Sam Sulek, who are just sitting there talking shit, doing nothing, no editing, no cuts, nothing. But it just seemed like everyone was copying Mr. Beast. Every video felt the same. Everything is just hyper optimized. It's all hyper optimized, algorithm based, and it kind of lost what kind of made YouTube great, what made maybe the commentary era or the daily vlogging era, where it felt more raw and authentic. And I think that's what YouTube should be. So I think mid. I think there's always going to be people who do like that kind of content, mainly kids. YouTube's about people. It's not just hyper optimized algorithms. There's people that consume content. That's why I prefer commentary videos, just people sitting and talking over that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If I want to just sit down and watch something. It just felt everything feels the same. Copycat. It's kind of changing now. People are getting over it, but there was a period in time where you just go on YouTube, everything looks the same. Now we have PewDiePie vs T-Series. I was never the biggest PewDiePie fan. I watched his videos here and there. I just don't think it was the best era. I don't think it was better than any of these above it, but it's not as bad as like maybe, you know, a high solid. It was good. It was entertaining. I didn't get too invested in it. I saw that PewDiePie made some diss tracks. I don't know. To me, it was nothing that special. You know, you had Mr. Beast helping him a lot. At the time, Mr. Beast was starting to blow up, but I really just don't think, in terms of the content that came out of it, there were some good memes. It was funny, I guess. I think think there's been better eras on YouTube. It's not the best for sure. It's not up there compared to some of these other ones, but it was not as bad as some of the ones as well here on the list. Next, we have the diss track era. You know, Rice Gum popularized diss tracks, and then people like KSI, Logan Paul, Sidemen, I think Tanner Fox, so many people just went and ran with it. Now, I kind of want to put this in elite. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to put this in elite. I keep it real, I was bumping them Rice Gum diss tracks. Me and my friends used to play those diss tracks in school when we were hanging out outside of school. Like, I would listen to it like a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go on Spotify and you play a song. I listened to that shit. I listened to it. I thought it was hard. I thought he had bars, and it was entertaining. It was diss tracks with beef, and like the production on it as well, like filming full music videos. Again, it was something that had never been seen before. He went at Jake went at him, Logan and Jake, and then KSI and the Sidemen and this and that. It was entertaining while it lasted. I want to put it elite. It was one of the most entertaining eras on YouTube here, in my opinion. It's died down now. Obviously, no one really makes diss tracks like that. Next, we have the prank era, popularized by Roman Atwood, Vitaly, FuziTube, all those guys. And now you have like Nelk as well. I think we will be talking about like the early stages. I want to put Should Be Forgotten. You know, first of all, I used to think that shit was real. The Joey Salads, the prank invasion, the Roman Atwood, all that shit. I thought it was real. I know, I was a kid. Yeah, it should be forgotten. Fake, staged, awful reactions. You know, you go back and watch some of those like Vitaly Gold Digger pranks, bro, the acting is awful. Yeah, bro, everything about it is bad. Yeah, I think we could just move on. Now we have the early YouTube, you know, 2008, 9, 10. Smosh, Niga Higa. I got a picture of Smosh here. I never really watched Smosh. I never liked Smosh. I never really was a big consumer during this time of content. You know, you also had the Annoying Orange, Ray William Johnson. This is when people like that were starting to make content. I want to put Solid, only because I never watched that content, but they did pioneer YouTube, especially when there was like no money in it. The production value was nowhere near what it is today. YouTube as a platform was like in its infancy, and without like those guys, Smosh, Niga Higa, you know, the Annoying Orange, Equals 3, without those guys, there's a lot of YouTubers who wouldn't be doing it today. They did pioneer like the early days, so you got to give them their flowers. I don't think it's elite or goated, but that's also, I didn't really watch that shit. This is also my opinion, so I think solid. I think it's solid. Next, we have the Hype Beast era, popularized once again by Rice Gum, the Clout House, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, everyone. Wolfie Raps, I remember watching him. Some of the FaZe guys. Yeah, I think Should Be Forgotten. It was just about who could slap on the most designer clothes. That was it. The clothes looked like shit. They didn't look good. It was just wearing the most designer clothes and spending the most amount of money possible. That was it. Everything was about clout and flexing. If you got called irrelevant, your career was over. That was like the worst thing someone could say, is you're irrelevant. I think it should be forgotten. I look back, I used to think like wearing that designer shit was cool. I look back, it's so cringe. Some of those outfits you see, they look awful. Nah, it's just not it. It's just not it. I think we can move on from that one. I think it should be forgotten. Next, we got the brand era. This is more recent. We have Logan Paul, KSI with Prime. We have Nelk with Happy Dad, Mr. Beast with Feastables, Arak with his pizza sauce, FaZe Rug with his candy. Emma Chamberlain's got her own coffee. So now YouTubers are starting to really lean into building their own brands. Obviously, they see that they can make money with ad revenue and sponsors and selling fucking t-shirts, but everyone's doing that now. And there's a lot more money to be made building a brand, maybe being able to sell it later, which is kind of tough to do since the brand relies on the YouTuber. But yeah, these guys are starting to realize there's a lot more value in being a YouTuber than just sitting making content and selling t-shirts. I think elite, simply because of the influence that it's going to have, because a lot of people are going to come up, take that to the next level. Actually, no, you know what? I want to put I want to put mid. From a business perspective and a brand perspective, what they're doing is it's respectable. They've accomplished a lot of these creators building their own brands. But again, YouTube's just becoming too much of a brand thing. It also loses some of that authenticity and with the viewers. So you know what? I'll put mid. In terms of content, I'll put mid. You're losing the authenticity with the viewer when you're just turning into a brand. And it's about selling as many chocolate bars and fucking lunch leaves as possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll put mid. You know what? Fuck it. It goes mid. It goes mid in terms of content. Next up, we have the challenge era. The cinnamon challenge, the condom challenge. We had the ice bucket challenge, the chubby bunny challenge, many challenges, you know, that 2015, 2016 era. I want to say, no, I think it should be forgotten. We had the Tide Pod challenge. So many stupid challenges. Fidget spinners were popular. The fucking hot knives. It was entertaining, but half that shit was dumb as fuck. It was so stupid. I don't think it was good content at all. And again, everyone was just doing the same shit. They were all just getting spoonfuls of fucking cinnamon, putting it in their mouth. That's not, to me, that's not content. I don't miss it. Yeah, I think it could be easily forgotten. You're putting a fucking condom on your head. You're fucking eating a spoonful of cinnamon, an ice bucket, shit like that. And last but not least, we have the ad apocalypse. I also want to put this in should be forgotten. Logan Paul, Suicide Forest incident. Advertisers pull funding, which turned it into like a fucking kids platform. And a lot of YouTubers just felt like they were being choked. You couldn't record the kind of content you wanted to because you'd get demonetized, and ultimately like people got bills to pay and shit. So thanks to Logan Paul, a lot of people suffered. You couldn't swear, you couldn't do anything that was like a bit edgy and not kid friendly, because the moment it's not kid friendly, instantly you're getting demonetized. Yeah, all the content, there was a period in time where like all the content was like super like bleep every swear word. You have to become super brand friendly. You can't have any personality, kind of like the Mr. Beastification, but you know, in a different way. I think it should be forgotten. Obviously, I don't think Logan Paul filming a dead body will ever be forgotten, but the impact it had, like, not good. Like those few years on YouTube, if you weren't catering to kids, like, you were getting fucked. Even just finding YouTubers that were standing out from the norm at the time. I remember Nelk, I remember they weren't making much money. It was almost impossible to find someone who wasn't becoming more kid friendly. And I get it, they got bills to pay, they got to make their money, but as an era on YouTube, it was not good. It was really shit. But that's the fucking tier list. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Again, this is my opinion. Like the video, subscribe, and fuck off.